April 20th, 1945, the first Erev Shabbat service for the Jews who had just been liberated from the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp by the British Armed Forces. The corpses were still not completely cleared away, but the Jews gathered to pray and to lift their voices in song. The song that they sang was the Hatikva, and their hope was rekindled, and their hearts and their souls were re-inspired. As they said the words, Od lo avda tikvatenu, our hope has not been completely lost, because we look forward to a time when we can return back to Eretz Yisrael and to begin Medinat Yisrael. I think back upon that very, very eerie and tragic Erev Shabbat. When I think about Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut this year, all of us are in isolation amidst a pandemic where so many losses have been experienced by so many Jewish families throughout North America. And while we certainly can't compare our situation, those of us who are comfortable in our homes certainly cannot be compared to what was experienced back in 1945. What we share in common is that when we think about Medinat Yisrael, we can still say, Od la avda tikvatenu, that our hope still remains alive, that no matter the fact that we don't know when this is going to end, and we don't know what the future of world Jewry is going to be, but Od lo avda tikvatenu. But we do know that life for the Jewish people will continue and will continue to thrive in Eretz and Medinat Yisrael. And that's why I'm so glad that in Thornhill this year, there's a parade over Yom HaAtzmaut where all of our families have received Israeli flags and will be driving along in a procession to lift people's spirits and to remind them that when you think about Yom HaAtzmaut and Medinat Yisrael, you also think about Od lo avda tikvatenu. Things may be bleak for some people. Life may not appear that tremendously bright right now. But as long as we know that we have a strong Medina, and as long as we know that we will always have a place that we can call home, then we know that we can weather this, and that our hope and that our inspiration will never die. If the Jews of Bergen-Belsen could sing that song right after their liberation, after they had seen so much horror and so much death, then certainly we, their children and grandchildren, over 75 years later, can certainly make that kind of affirmation. I wish you Chag Hatzmaut Sameach, and remember, Od lo avda tikvatenu. We will prevail, we will persevere, and we will continue to thrive as a people, both Am Yisrael and Medinat Yisrael in Eretz Yisrael. Chag Sameach.